3,000 years ago, no navigation, no engines, no maps, just wooden rafts. Why did humans dare cross 10,000 kilometers of the Pacific Ocean? How did they survive this seemingly hopeless voyage? Let's rewind to 1550 BC. The Lapita people, ancestors of modern Polynesians, faced an existential crisis. Climate change reshaped their world. Forests in Southeast Asia shrank and food resources grew scarce. Staying meant starvation. Venturing into the ocean offered a glimmer of hope. It wasn't a choice, but a fight for survival. But their rafts were far from flimsy logs tied together. Archaeologists recently unearthed two ancient catamarans in Vietnam, 15 meters long, with 6 watertight compartments connected by solid wooden beams. This wasn't primitive craftsmanship, but genius engineering capable of carrying crops, fresh water, and even livestock, turning a desperate escape into a planned migration. Boats were just the start. The biggest challenge was navigation. With no landmarks on the open ocean, how did they avoid getting lost? The answer lies in wayfinding, a lost art. Polynesian masters divided the horizon into 32 houses, tracking the rising and setting of celestial bodies. The North Star wasn't their only guide. They could read ocean's swells, which shift direction near land. They followed seabirds that fly 100 kilometers from shore to feed and observed unique cloud formations created by islands. In 1960, for Dr. David Lewis proved this worked. He sailed from Tahiti to New Zealand without any instruments, using only ancient wayfinding techniques. It confirmed the Lapita weren't drifting aimlessly, but navigating with pinpoint accuracy. This isn't just theory. Science has 3 key proofs. First, pottery. Lapita culture is defined by distinctive red pottery with geometric patterns. These shards have been found across a 4,500-kilometer range from New Guinea to Samoa, forming a clear migration trail. For example, a pottery bowl unearthed in Fiji has nearly identical patterns to those found in Vietnamese sites, proving the continuity of their journey. Second, DNA analysis of 127 mitochondrial genomes shows the Lapita's maternal ancestry traces back to Taiwan and Southeast Asia, with genetic mixing from Near-Oceania populations. This means they weren't traveling in isolation, but interacting and adapting with groups along the way. Third, tool technology. The Lapita used basalt adzes and shellfish hooks, tools designed specifically for ocean survival. Basalt is extremely hard. When polished, it can efficiently cut wood and repair boats. The curve of shellfish hooks was precisely calculated to catch deep-sea fish. These weren't random inventions, but the result of centuries of ocean survival experience. Even with these preparations, the journey was extremely dangerous. The 4,000-kilometer trip from New Guinea to Samoa is roughly the distance from New York to London. A catamaran travels at 5 kilometers per hour, meaning a one-way trip took 33 days. They faced storms that could capsize boats, fresh water shortages, and constant hunger. How did they cope? Archaeologists found taro yam seeds and dried fish remains in ancient boat compartments, revealing their provisioning strategy. They carried crops that don't spoil easily. For fresh water, they stored rainwater in hollowed logs and used porous clay pots to filter seawater, a technique still used in some Pacific islands today. What's most incredible is they didn't just survive, they thrived. When they reached remote islands, they cleared land, planted crops, and built settlements. The Lapita didn't just cross an ocean, they colonized a continent-sized region. Today, their descendants still live across the Pacific, and ancient wayfinding and boat-building traditions are being revived. This history is more than an archaeological discovery. It's a testament to human resilience facing climate disaster, deadly oceans, and an uncertain future. The Lapita used wisdom, skill, and respect for nature to overcome impossible odds. This wasn't a single hero's journey, but the collaboration and perseverance of an entire community. Today, when we face challenges, the spirit of curiosity, collaboration, and harmony with nature still inspires us. Next time you look at a map of the Pacific, remember those islands are more than land, they're witnesses to one of humanity's greatest adventures, a journey driven by Survival powered by ingenuity and guided by the stars, they asked, what if we try, and in doing so they changed the course of history.